Welcome everyone, it's Laura Jacques-Gilmour with your weekly collective card pull using my Remembering You Oracle deck. This reading is for the energy of July 28th to August 3rd. As we move into Wednesday's full moon, just notice what stands out for you and trust what resonates. I created this deck to help you reconnect with your own inner knowing. It came through my own process of remembering who I was underneath all the roles, patterns, expectations, and old stories I'd been carrying. When I use these cards, I'm not using them to tell you what to do or to predict your future, and I'm definitely not using them to replace your intuition. For me, the cards are more like a mirror. They give language to what your body, your heart, or your own inner knowing may already be trying to show you. This week, as we move into Wednesday's full moon, I wanted to ask 3 questions. What might be coming to the surface for us this week? What might be asking to be understood more deeply? And what might help us move forward differently? The first question was, what might be coming to the surface for us this week? Before I pulled the card, the words that came through for me were personal responsibility and sovereignty. That felt like an invitation to notice where we might be giving our power away or looking outside ourselves for answers we might already have within us. Then I pulled the card, intuition. I love how this card builds on that first impression. Intuition often speaks quietly. It might come as a feeling, a gentle nudge, or simply a sense that something doesn't quite feel right, even if your mind can't explain why. This week, you might notice your own inner knowing trying to get your attention. Rather than immediately looking for another opinion or another answer, maybe pause and ask yourself, what do I already know? Our second question was, what might be asking to be understood more deeply? Before I pulled the card, the question that came to me was, how do my actions or way of being affect those around me? That felt like an invitation to become more aware of the energy we bring into our relationships. Then I pulled the card, boundaries. This card reminds us that boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about honoring what supports our own well-being. Sometimes we become so focused on keeping the peace or taking care of everyone else that we lose sight of what feels true for us. This week might be inviting you to notice where your energy is being overextended and where honoring yourself might create healthier relationships. Our final question was, what might help us move forward differently? Before I pulled the card, one word came through very clearly: awareness. Then I pulled the card, reflection. I couldn't think of a better card to finish this reading. Reflection reminds us that understanding doesn't always happen in the moment. Sometimes we need to pause, look back with curiosity, and allow the deeper meaning of an experience to reveal itself. Rather than rushing to have everything figured out, maybe simply ask yourself, what is this experience trying to teach me? When I look at these 3 cards together, intuition, boundaries, and reflection, the message that comes through is trust what you already know. Notice where you might be giving too much of yourself away, where you might need a clearer boundary, and where you might need time to understand what this experience is showing you. With Wednesday's full moon, some of this might become easier to see. You might notice a feeling, a familiar reaction, or something within you that has been trying to get your attention. But that doesn't mean you have to understand it all, fix it all, or release it all in one night. Maybe the invitation is simply to notice what is being eliminated and stay with that conversation long enough to understand it more deeply. Because for me, the full moon isn't the end of the conversation. It's the beginning of it. That's also why I create the Soul Whisper ritual guides for the energy of the current moon cycle. They give you a place to keep reflecting, journaling, and noticing what continues to unfold after the full moon has passed. If you'd like to work with this month's guide, comment ritual and I'll send the details to you. Until next time, take good care, trust your own inner knowing, and I'll see you next week.